Well, in this video I'm gonna be talking about how to change the radiator on a Honda Accord 1996 2.0 liter petrol engine with an automatic transmission, and this is the European model. So first of all, you can remove your cap and start the engine, let it be warm so you can open the thermostat, and or like the thermostat can open and you can drain the almost like the whole coolant from the engine. The drain plug is located down there. I'm gonna show you later. So after you drain the coolant, so you can start by removing the bolts that are holding the radiator in place, and there are few bolts only. So you have two here, and you will have this cover like this, or not cover, like a holder maybe. You will be having it like this. So two bolts here, and almost every bolt is 10 millimeters. So after you remove the bolts, you can start by removing the fans bolts. 1, 2, 1, 2, and you can remove this hose too. For me it was easier to remove it from this side, but you can also remove it from the other side. It depends. I had this clip or this thing upside, so I could remove it from here. So when you go down, you will have the protection here, the plastic thing. You can remove it by 4 bolts maybe. They are located like this: 1, 2, and 3, 4, or like 3 here, sorry, and 1 on this side. You will find it there somewhere. So you have your drain plug right here, and you can remove it and drain the coolant. And then you have a fan bolt, 1 and 2, and I don't know if there is more. Yeah, I think there is 1 there. So you have 2 to the right fan and maybe only 1 to the left fan. So yeah, after you remove the bolts, you have your transmission cooling system here, or like cooling hoses, 1 and 2. You can remove these 2 clips. Somehow you can get in there and like take them back, and then you can like turn the hose with a pillar or something like that, but without damaging it. Be careful, and then it will get out easy. So be careful when you remove the hoses to the transmission, because they may leak. So yeah, and they may have transmission fluid, so be careful. You don't want to get low on transmission fluid when you are changing a radiator. It's another job. So let's see. So now every bolt is removed, and we still have the line, or the downside line, to the coolant, and 2 lines to the transmission. As I said, there are 2 clips here. They will be sitting there and there. So from underneath or from here, after you remove the fans, you can just remove them and take them back. So you can only pull the hose. Some people may recommend you to like remove the whole radiator with fans on and then remove the fans and put them on the new one later. Well, it's maybe easier to do like this because you will have easier access to the to these 3 lines here. So let's see now. I will take off this one and the 2 lines from the transmission. Let's see if they're gonna leak, and I'm gonna show you later. Well, you see the answer, I think. It leaked, and it wasn't too much. It was only some of the fluid that was inside this line. The other line, I was a bit fast, so I just took it up directly so it doesn't leak. And it leaked also from the hose that is on the right side. So the hose that is in the cap side, it leaked, and you have to be fast and put something to drain the transmission fluid from there. This hose didn't leak, but when I took this hole, I mean, didn't leak, but the hose that was here, when I took it directly, it leaked something, so I took it up fast and it worked. So not too much here, but much there. So yeah, here is the other cooling radiator, and it's for the AC. So we don't want to change that one. This is the new one. We can install it there, and the same steps, but backwards. So the transmission hoses, so you can get rid of them, and the lower hose to the coolant, and then when you put them in place, and yeah, don't forget these rubber things where the radiator sits, 1 and 2. So when you put the radiator on, you can connect the hoses and the clips, don't forget them, 1, 2, and the clip for the hose of the coolant. And yeah, before you start, you can just clean the mess if you have the same thing as me. Yeah, and backward, or like the same steps but backward. So not too much work, but yeah, being careful is good. I will put first the radiator, and then I will put the fans back, because it will be easier. I will have some place here to connect these hoses, the transmission hoses, the transmissions hoses, and the coolant hose, the lower hose. And then yeah, the bolts down and up to the fans, and then the radiators bolts, 1, 2, with this one, sure, so you don't forget it, and it sits like this, not like this. So like this, you can see they are going down, they sit like this. Yeah, and you put them after you put the radiator back, or the new radiator, and the same here. And yeah, don't forget the clips, the hoses. Make sure everything is clean, because this coolant is going to inside the engine, and yeah, coolant is important to be clean, otherwise it can damage some things in the engine, because it goes around the cylinder and to the water pump. So yeah, better to have everything clean and use good coolant, and use what the manual recommends. So